Let's see. Should be if I think this. This should be set up to connect to my dev app now, so I don't interfere with the production app. Alright. That's a little better. Should come up in a second. You know what I forgot to do though? Forgot to open the chat thing. Hold on. Yeah. There it goes, and there it is. There it is. No. So, some things that I want to get done today. I need to add a feature where, so if you can see, it's probably easier to see over here. So, it doesn't show up well there. I also forgot to finish linking these, but yeah, like these things, these lines, I want to have an option in the bot that you can set where, and you can configure it per like guild to treat these lines as a break. So like instead of one big embed, I want it to split to multiple embeds and then update per thing. So let me actually grab a couple. Let me grab some real quick. I should be able to. That's kind of interesting. The message ID. So yeah, that does work. So basically this, like, messages longer than 6,000 characters is what I want to support. So that's not a problem over here, right? Like if I do slash, yeah, that's fine. Alright. I guess I'll find out if it's a problem later. So right now in the database, each of these messages is linked to a specific message ID. So I need to do, first things first, I need to create settings object or a settings record in BB, and that's going to store each. I think what I want to do is I want to store a record per setting per guild. Or maybe, do I want to have... So here's what I'm thinking, right, is you have some command that's like slash... you have a slash command where I can say like, oh, turn on this setting, or like slash, you know, get sync settings, something like that. Like, I should have something like under here. Yeah, like there's a bunch of other stuff, but like to basically be able to give it a... I just want to have some sort of like settings here. that allow me to like turn things on and off or configure things. And then potentially have that also linked to like a premium service down the line. I think I also am probably gonna have to auto roll, add, like all these different things. So, oh, there is another thing I have to add to my README before I forget. Support message links for update command. Because that is a current problem, is you need the actual ID, not just the message link, which is a potential problem. So this needs to change to array of linked messages. I need to have a setting for the records in the database. In the commands, we have a settings change settings command. So that I can update those settings. Yeah, fetching the content is that. I probably need to update a lot of the things about those. Might as well do this. So my options that I have are like I can do a type of like guild setting where I have like a model guild ID string and then a setting. How does enums work? I remember Gorm enums. There was a thing with enums about this. Like just on a Isn't there a thing for like enum? I feel like there's something. Search by Algolia. Yeah, that's nice, but I'll just try it. So like I could have this thing, right, where I have the DB and then I have the settings just to like break stuff up. So type of setting is a string. And then if I do like a page break enabled is page break. So now a setting is a setting. This has to be indexed. This has to be indexed. And then value is... I could do this, like enabled Boolean value string. So if I, depending on what if it's a enable disable, I can set the Boolean of enable disable. If it's something more complex later down the line and I need a value, I can do this. Actually, for now, I'm not even gonna worry about value. So that'll auto migrate as a guild setting. I need that to stop. So now I have this setting of like a page break. I need a setting command. So type settings command is gonna needs to have access to DB, needs to implement the settings command interface. So grab these functions, throw them down here. So get definition. Return an application command. Name is going to be like git sync settings, just because I don't want it to like clash with anything. I don't want it to potentially clash with anything else. So description, update a guild setting, options, name is option, description, option to toggle, required true, or option to update. Type dot, what is this, attachment, subcommand, some group, a user. I guess it's a string. And then there should be something for like options, right? Like, yeah, options. So I want to be able to say name is page break. Let me find something real quick. Discord Go with slash commands. Like I want one where I have options for a string. Yeah, choices. That's what I'm looking for. Option. Okay, yeah, I want a name and a value. Perfect. So choices is an array of these things. Name, embeds, description. What the fuck was that? Maybe I can't have a description. No, I cannot. Okay. Value is page break. Or I want it to be page break enabled, which is a string. So then I want another option. What to set the option to? Right, it's not, or no, it's recruit. For now, I'm only doing like enabled, disabled. Discord Go Boolean. So what do I want to set the option to? So then when it's actually set, this is actually going to be the easy part. Start with field user. I have to return a func with this in it. Updating user setting. Actually can do another like with field command setting. Can do that for the other two as well. With field command update. And link. Actually, while I'm at it, user is i.member.user.id. Guild is i.guild.id. Interaction ID is i.id. That can go away. We'll use this to start each of them. Update and settings. So now I need s dot oh, because that's the session. So we'll do sc then. sc.db dot update. There's a thing for Gorm does updates weird. Yeah, it does save. Is a combination function. If save value does not contain primary key, it will execute create, otherwise it will execute update. Yeah, that's, I want to do update. So I want to do dot model dot guild setting dot where the guild ID is the guild ID. I'm probably gonna have to put permissions around that, aren't I? I will worry about that at a different time. And the setting, I need to pull the settings out. What's this to do? Ah, yeah, that's my other to do. Then I have the options, and I have ops sub option dot string value. Right, parsed as a db.setting, which it is because you can't put anything other than these choices. So that's fine. Dot where dot update. When updating the struct, it will only update non-zero fields by default. Yes. Updates a guild setting, so the enabled is going to be let's make that a little nicer to read. So yeah, so where it's matching the guild ID and the setting. I think actually in this model I want it to be a not just an index but a joint primary key. There is a way of doing... composite primary key, yeah. If you just tag two of them. Okay, so that's easy. So I don't want all of this. I only want some of this. I basically just want this bit. And I want this to be a composite primary key. So there's that. I did this before. I had to make this, yeah, this thing. Command settings. And then whenever there was an error, it's, yeah. Wrong error. I see. And then in the metrics, I also need to make sure I give it string command, yeah. So that's fine. So that's all good. Now I have an error response. And then interaction respond. And I basically want to just respond with this. This whole thing. But just with a different message. Guild setting set to op sub option string value, and then is that a boolean? Golang format string boolean. T, alright. Yeah, and then I just change this to settings in settings. That should do it. Let's see. Oh. I should also open up a DB thing. As soon as that boots up, should see one for guild settings. Great. So then let's Oh, I never bound the... I never bound the command. No. Settings command db. Alright, let's try that again. It's weird that there's duplicates. The other one doesn't have duplicates. I guess we'll find out. And git setting of RageWake embeds. Set that to true. If I look in here, it doesn't exist yet. Okay, yeah, I do want save. All right. Yeah. Don't use save with model, it's undefined behavior. Let's see if just changing it to save works. Like if I just go up here and change this to save, comment these out. Grab this whole thing and slap this on the end of it. Does that just work? Alright. As soon as it's up, where conditions required. Where conditions required. Why? I think I'm just looking for, I think I'm looking for upsert. That's what I'm looking for. Upsert, yes. Yeah, create a model and then save is equivalent to this. So yeah, if I just hit save mode? What the hell's mode? I see. Is query dot user, what the hell is it doing? I guess that's what I really want, is dot create. Clauses. On conflict, update all true. I guess that's what I really want. And then, yeah, just create this. If you block, just update everything. That should do it, right? Let's try that again. Set to true, and there we go. So I've got the guild ID, the setting, and the boolean.
I see. Good job.
So that works now. So that's done. So now in the link and update, I'm probably gonna have to pull this out to something. So I need, like, right here, I need to do process content by page break if setting is on. I need to do that both for the linking and the processing, and the updating. So that also means I'm gonna have to update this DB. Yeah, to change to an array of linked messages instead. So I'm gonna need some function. Which is like build embed contents. Which is basically just gonna be shove out this bit, an array of these things. And for link, it'll be linking them. And for update, I'm gonna have to figure out something for that. But I can at least generate each of the embeds like that. So actually this should be in utils. So this is build embed contents. Fetch content of URL as string, parse array of options into map, break raw page content into embed blocks to send or update. So, hey man, how's it going?
Like an animal, I want you to myself.
check someone. So I need to take the content as a string. And I need to know if the page break setting is on or off. Because the easy case is if the page break setting is not on, then I can literally just return the quick and easy version, which is this bit. And this is going to return an array of Discord go.embeds. Right, what's it called? Message embed. Or an error. Alright, I also need to return the take that. So yeah, so if it's single, no further processing required, return single embed object. So now what I can do, so now comes the fun part. So I need to do this as a to-do, but essentially in this link, I can take embeds, build the embed content with the content, parsed URL, and false. Could not process link content. And then down here, it's for embed in the embeds. Send an embed. With this attached to it. Var start, which is going to be a pointer to a Discord go message. So then a quick find J. If J equals 0, so That's going to be part of what I need, actually. Yeah, okay. The messages that it creates, it's going to be an array of pointers to Discord go.message. So I actually don't care about that. I do care about messages and the message. This doesn't matter. And it's just going to be messages sub0.id. Right, this is to do array of message IDs. I could actually just have this be an array of strings. Just, yeah. I'll make it slightly easier. So, now I can link a message like this. And now all I gotta do to test the initial creation of this thing is do this bit. So in page break, or like divider, line breaks, paragraphs, horizontal rules, 3 or more asterisks, dashes, or underscores on a line by themselves. All right. Hang regex split. Yeah. So if I take like regex 101 and let me grab, not that. Let me grab one of these guides that I've already seen. Cold Steel for... Yeah, let's grab this one. So I want something that... something that starts at the beginning of a line. So let me pull this out a little bit. So let's assume we update these to work correctly. I see. So I want something that starts at the beginning of a line. And then it is, what, 3 or more? Dash 3. Was it comma? Yeah, 3 or more. And then the line ends. So that works pretty well. So let's do page break binder. Must compile. So then it's going to be what? Regex dot split, yeah. PageBreak Finder dot split the string content. Between those matches. All substrings, yeah, -1. So I'll call this pages. Is it really just, yeah, alright, so. Embeds is an array of these Discord go.message embeds. Embeds append one of these things. There it is. P. And then return embeds nil. I guess technically doesn't ever return an error, but let's actually create a quick test for this. For this Golang function, let that run in the background. So that'll at least let me make sure I'm on the right track for some of this stuff. So in the link, I also need to do l.db.first get the first where I can just do this, where the guild ID is the i.guild ID and setting is db.pagebreak. So I get this setting. Not fetch guild settings. Should be done at this point. Utils test.go. Package commands. Why is that a problem? For open file, the fuck are you talking about? Oh. That's all it means. No page break setting off. This is a single page content. It can be whatever. Let's make sure this is correct. So yeah, if I give you this is a single page of content, it should have a description of this is a single page of content. Yeah, with the source of that, no problem. A single page break with the setting on, I should have 2. Right. Let's see, do these all work? They don't. Two of them don't work. So no, the actual page break itself. So in the multiple page breaks. I see. Let's see, so let's say it expected that it got this. So it's not splitting correctly. I'm curious if it just has to be like this. Like it has to be actual like new lines, not just new line characters. Same failures. Still not splitting. Yeah, so it's clearly not splitting correctly. This is still only getting one. It's not splitting. What if I do this? Yeah, so that works. I see. I give it flags? Regex flags.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when
Question mark
head up, that's a
M.
fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be
Does that do it?
die with no regrets.
Yeah, there it is.
With every breath.
Okay, so now that actually matches correctly. Cool.
Many dreams, then you hit your teens. Life ain't really what it seems. Try to find out what it means. Always
All right, so now that works. And I know that I can parse things correctly. Now back up to my link. So at this point, my linking should actually work fine. So now I need to do setting.enabled for whether or not that setting is actually enabled. So I should be able to link something. I can't update it yet, but I should be able to at least link something. Let me go and grab this.
Cause I'll only say it once, I'm gonna show you all the path. If you want it bad, I'm gonna show you where it's at. Yeah, how you can get it back. Yeah, cause I ain't never done, I'll be number one. Working hella hard until I get just what I want. Yeah, rises like the sun, yeah, fatal like a gun. Shooters gonna shoot and I'm gonna shoot until I fall. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving.
All right, let's see how this does. What did I set it to? Yeah, I set page break to 1. Oh, right. Those aren't considered. Hold on. Try that one more time. Oh, Raw has caching, doesn't it? It sure does. But hold on. Why? Okay. Well, that's fun. Do any of these not have bolded? I think they all do. Is there any that don't? No. Alright, well, it takes a minute or two, so I guess in the meantime I can do this. There's a thing for in Gorm. there's a thing for it. Maybe it's only for relation. I don't think you can do an array of primitives is the problem.
I've built a magic castle for us, but you've ruined all my maiden dreams. And when you tell me that you love me,
Form data types. I feel like there was one for an array.
and I'd erase it from my memory. 'Cause you've ruined all my maiden dreams. And this is love that makes me wanna scream.
Not really what I'm looking for.
When I'm in your arms, I cannot breathe. Can't breathe without you in my life.
That's possibly something I'm looking for. Come on, bring it. Bring the ball. Bring the ball. Good job. Good job. I mean, that'll work. Not thrilled about the idea, but I sure would like to just store an array of something. Gorm string array MySQL. I sure would like to be able to store an array of strings. I guess there's a way... Okay, there's another way of doing this. Instead of changing this to an array, I can add an index, which is a uint. I can do a uint64. And this is order of embed messages. So, for example, in this link, I would go down here and basically do this, where it's message.id, where this is the index. Like that. And then I don't necessarily have to store this. No, I still have to store the start, I guess. If j equals 0, start ID equals message.id. I know, that's what I just moved in there. See, it's this. start ID. So that, in theory, will work. I don't, because I think that'll make it easier on the update. Because effectively on the update, I have to handle the case when the number of page breaks changes. So like if it grows or shrinks, I have to account for that. So I know that my parser will create the right page, and this should now create something. These are all considered separate messages. So let's see, this is now updated, okay. So let's see if it works now. I guess I can just call it update setting. Because it's gonna be scoped to the thing anyway. Like if I delete all this and I say slash yeah, like update up, like it's all gonna be the same thing. So link that. Right. Right, because that's not a thing. The dev server is very confusing. Link message there. Beautiful. Yeah, and you have different embeds for each thing. That works beautifully. Whoop. Good job. You'll come lay down. So you can. You'll come lay down. No. Okay. She's not interested. Are you? You don't get to stand there. Come here. Okay. She knows I'm gonna try and put her in my lap. Okay. So that all works. Now the fun part of getting update to work. So this is fine. Now to update. So I can get the same in my utils. I can still generate the content the same. Build embed content with content. This. Link this, yeah. So this gets the content and does all that. I'll refactor this at some point. So here's the part that's gonna kinda suck. So I have the linked message, but now this needs to be linked messages. So linked messages is going to be an array of linked messages. I guess it is effectively the same thing. Except it's just find everywhere. Oh, fuck. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be very different. Shit. Because if I look at the link, where it does this. In the linked messages, there's going to be... There should be a few... Oh no, that was after I did that. It also can't... Let me just get the DB up for a second so I can see. So it created message embeds with IDs per each one. So... I need something that'll let me... Yeah, I know. So, in the link, I create a linked message where I have the guild ID, the channel ID, a message ID, and index. That is slightly annoying. Because there's nothing now linking any of these things together. So... Yeah, index isn't going to work. I need to store them all in one thing. Okay, let's try this. So, I can make a type called message chain, which is just an array of strings. Can be used to solve this kind of problem. The official document stores JSON on the database. Check if you're interested. So I can do this, where message ID, or I guess message, so message ID is the start, and then I can have message chain is a message chain. Okay. Type varchar 512 characters. No, message IDs are pretty long. Type text array. But PQ, yeah, PQ string array doesn't work in MySQL, so that's not gonna work. Okay. Think that'll work? Actually, no, I should be able to just do text and have that be fine. You must specify an index prefix length. Yeah, because I'm not going to index on this, I'm going to index on this. So I don't care if this is not good to index on. So now, when I link, there are two things. So yeah, I don't create this at once. I create message IDs as an array of strings. So then I say message IDs append message.id. I don't need the J anymore because this is pulling out. I do still need to go before I forget. Implement scanner slash value or whatever it is interface. I'll remember what that means. So now after I've created all the embeds and I have all of their IDs and the message ID is message IDs sub 0, I'm not going to use an index. I'm instead going to call this the message chain is the message IDs. Now instead of start IDs, it's message IDs sub 0. Update, I just gotta put all this back for right now so that it compiles. It's not going to work, but I'm doing everything completely different anyway, so. So now when I link, it'll create a message chain, and that message chain I can use in the update. Yes, that looks good. So let's try it, shall we? Fuck. I almost forgot. I have to implement this. Func MC message chain. Pretty much can just do this exact same thing. Message chain driver.value. Okay. So that should now be able to let me store an array of string. Hi, I see you. You want to come sit with me? Come here. Hey, Suki. Hey. Come here. Come here. Suki. Come here. You want to come lay down with me? No. Okay. She's not interested. Oh, now you're interested. Come here. Come here. No. You're so weird. Can you come here? Can you? Here. What's the matter? Come here. Hold on. Let me see what she needs. I think she needs to go outside. Okay. So what that means is, with this and all that, I should now be able to get everything in the database and at least link something where all the message IDs are stored. And I'm probably just going to wipe this out for now. I actually do also need to test if that's working correctly. Like if I just link something normally. Resource record not found, right. Which means I need defaults. Yeah, I do want to keep it in the database. I was thinking I might want to move this to a feature flagging system, but I want this to be a permanent like feature setting that you can toggle on and off depending on what you want. Yeah. Okay. Which means isn't it like a first or something like that? Like distinct group by having order or conditions. I think if I do... By default, it'll be false. This needs a big refactor, but let me get this thing working first. It's like, I think I can do the settings much better. I'm not a fan of how I did the settings. I may still move it to a feature flagging system as the back end, but I'm not quite sure yet. I'm still debating that. If I want to remove it as a setting and just make it a permanent like thing, then I'll turn it on as a feature flag, but... So I should still be able to link normally. There was a problem. Of course there was, right? Because the record's still not found. So we'll say and errors.is error gorm.error record not found, and if, as long as it's not one of that error, then you can error out. Can you come here? No, you should come here. Then you don't get to complain. Let's try one more time. Come on. Any day you want to start now. There it goes. Okay, that one worked. I did get the record not found. There's got to be a way to turn that off. Like disable its internal norm, disable logging. Because I really don't need that to do every single time. So when I create it, logger.default.logmode logger.silent. So that does work. Let's try one more time where I'll link it one more time, update the setting, then link it again. Come here. Come here. You got break? Break. Bring it. All the way bring it. Hi. Can you lay down? Go lay down. Go on. You're all done. All done, Suki. All done. Alright, so let's link it one more time. Works great. From the git sync. Yeah, it's keeping that there for a while. So update setting, option, the peak embed, set it to true. Slash link message from this same link. And now it does it all like that, and we can look where one is, this message chain is just one, this one is multiple. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 messages. Which lines up. Okay. So that's now working correctly. So next,
Suki, hey. Hold on. Come here. Yeah, I think that's enough. Oh. Oh. Come here. He's alright. Hey, that's not for you. That's not for you. Can you lay down? Can you lay down, Suki? Here. Lay down. Okay. Hi. It's alright. It's okay. All the way down. Relax. Lay down. Can you lay down, please? All done. Oh, let's get the Suki cam. Here we go. Which way of it? There we go. Okay. Alright, let's... I'm building the embed content, which is going to be the same. And then this is where it kind of changes. Like the setting get, I can pretty much replicate. Like this, I can almost completely replicate. And then just change L to U. And just change that to be linked message.linked page. Change that to U. So now the content that I need to process is the same. Can you lay down? You wanna lay down? You need to flip around? Hmm? Is that what you need? Let's flip around. Oh, yes. See, that's alright. Here we go. Good job. Good job. Alright. So I know where all the embeds... I have all the embeds. And that's still a to-do. But I have the linked message, which will have the message chain in it. So I need to be able to link through for every message. So yeah, because that still works. I can still just get the first message in the chain. M in range linked message dot message chain. What's the matter? Hey. Hey. It's alright. Alright, I know. Yeah, so for each message in that chain, I can map it to an embed. So what are the things that I need to map? So I need to, so basically the base case is just, hey, you're gonna map edit the embed in the linked message.channel ID and this message ID with embed sub I or sub J. So go grab the, each embed with the same thing, go and update it. That's my base case. So then I do have to check. Well, the cases are if I have more because I'm iterating over the message chain, not the embeds. Maybe I think I should be rotating over the embeds. So this is going to be E. So this is going to be linked message dot message chain sub J, and this is going to be E. So the case that I will run into is if I'm past the message chain, right? So if, hi Suki, thank you. If J is greater than the length of the linked message chain sub J. So if I have more embeds than messages, I guess this actually needs to be greater than or equal to, because it'll go up to length minus 1. So if I want to iterate through all of these embeds that I'm generating, and then I want to associate each of them with a message chain, if I exceed the number of messages, then I need to create new embed. Right? Message IDs is going to be an array of strings. Message IDs is append that message ID. So that's fine. I have to do the same thing up here. This gets taken out. Message IDs sub 0. So if I run out of embeds, or if I run out of messages, you getting CP? You getting sleepy? Get this out your eye. Good girl. Yeah, so if I have more embeds, then I need to create this. If I get to the end of the number of embeds that I have, and I haven't reached the end of the messages, then I need to delete. So trim any remaining messages. Update message chain. Yeah. So here I can use the same thing in link. And grab that same API call. Excuse you. There's no need for borks. No need. No need, you're fine. You're fine, I know, but you're fine. You can just relax. It's alright. And that gets changed to a U. So hey, if I've run out of message ID, like if I've run out of message IDs, I guess I could do it this way. Message ID OK is equal to linked message dot message chain sub J. Oh, that only works for maps. So yeah, I do have to do it this way. Oh wait, what am I doing? That would have been a dumb error. You be a good girl. Who's a good girl? What's the matter? What's the matter? It's okay. Just relax. No. You can't get the cat. The cat's just wandering around. You're okay. So yeah, if I'm over the number of chains, then take that embed and create it. Append that to the message IDs. Default case is just edit them. Then messages to trim is equal to message IDs. So it's everything past. I gotta grab one of these things. Gotta like go playground or something. Just kind of set this up real quick so I can play with it. So what I want to do is I want to set up an array where it's going to trim the last array off. It's like going trim last n elements of slits. Remove the last n. Okay, so I can do that.
So go up to a certain point. So if I want to remove, so like if there's now only 2 embeds, but I have 4 messages, and I want to say messages to trim is going to equal messages sub colon the length of messages minus the number of messages I have. Trying to like run the math on that. So 5, 1, and 7, 6. So it removed 2. So if I only have, so it's not the length, it's, I want the opposite of the first n. So if I want the first 2 elements, I want the opposite of the first 2 elements. So I think what I want to do, what do I want to do? Because like if I only have 1 embed, right? I want minus the length of messages so I want the first 2, so I want, so like if I have an array of 5 and I want the first 2, I want it to go up to the length minus the remaining. It's like I only have one embed, which means that it should only give me the first one. If I go from 4 to 3 embeds, it should give me the first 3. If I have 4, because it's the same, I should get 4. So I do have to deal with a scenario of, it's alright, Suki. If I have more embeds than messages, and I say like 6, that's gonna panic. So I do need to check. So like that will work. So like message IDs sub the length of message IDs minus the length of message IDs minus the length of embeds, so long as I have fewer embeds than message IDs. So if the length of message IDs is less than the length of, other way around. If the number of embeds is less than the number of message IDs, meaning I have things to trim, range over messages to trim, channel message delete, channel ID M. Ah, well that makes that easy. Fine. Actually, it's not message IDs, it's this. It's linked message. So if the number of embeds is less than this, The messages to trim are these. And then, because these are all the message IDs that actually get something attached to them. So I've done this. So now I need to linked message dot message chain equals message IDs u dot db dot save linked message. Hi. Does save take a pointer? Could not update message be record. Fine. Oh, hello. Good girl. Oh, yes, I know. You're so exhausted. You've had such a long day doing nothing. Such a long day doing nothing. So that, in theory, does it. So this will be very interesting to test because I have no idea if this is going to work. I really need to make integration testing for this stuff. Like, I have some tests, but... Actually, there should be a way to make unit tests for this stuff. Hi. Thank you. Alright. So that's up. So what I should be able to do is take this message ID and say /update it. Okay. That appears to have worked. But then if I change the setting to change page break embeds to false, and then I update the message again, nothing happened. Yeah, so it's false. Perm. Four not found. Unknown message. Is this a different message now? Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Okay. So it updated once. Also, this message chain just got fucked up. How'd that happen? Man. Yeah. You had a hard day. Brr. Brr. It kind of worked for a second. Let's try linking it again. Are you all done? Are you all done? Alright, so that's all one. That's fine. What happens if I change the setting back to true? And then I want to update that message. Southern one. Hold on. So it tried. And then it panicked. Oh, well that would make sense. I also gotta just delete a lot of this shit so I don't get confused. There's a way to do like testing with the interfaces just to make sure like it's calling the right things for the right stuff. Alright, let's get all this cleared out. Alright. Let's clear all this out. Just start fresh. See what we're working with here. So I want to link a new message based on a Cold Steel 4. Yeah. On this. And it should give me a standard thing with just a basic thing. So what I should now get is if I update setting to true, and then I update message, copy the message ID, that it breaks everything up into new things. Yep, now it's all individuals. And if I update the setting again to change page breaks to false, actually let me double check something. So in the message chain, I should see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0. This is the same message. Great. So, are you all done? Is that what you're saying? Are you all done? Wanna hop down? Wanna hop down? Stream is good. I've almost got this feature done. I can break a single message into multiple based on the page breaks. And the setting works and like updating works and all that. I just have to see if like if I set the setting back to false and then I go and I update the message again, will it break? No, but it doesn't work. But it sure thinks it worked. So it's not deleting the messages that it thinks it's supposed to delete. So if the length of the embeds, which in this case would be 1, is less than the length of the linked messages in the chain, which would have been 4, it should have taken that and cut off the last that many. And then deleted all of them. It also didn't actually update this with the correct thing. It just deleted the last message and then stopped. So that's a bug for sure. But like, so here's the thing, right? If I do update setting and I set the page breaks to true, and then I link a new message, like the breaking up works just fine. It's just when you try to break it back down, actually that's weird, it only deleted the first message and then sent all the other ones. Not sure how that happened. Actually, I think there's an easier way to do this. For every M in linked message dot message chain, if message IDs dot, or if, what is it, like slices dot contains message IDs contains M, or I guess, yeah, if it, so if you were just updated by something, don't do anything. Otherwise, so loop through every message ID that there is in the current linked message chain. So yeah, this handles trims not needed messages. So let's try that. I will have to relink a bunch of shit, but yeah, this can all get deleted. And let me just delete all these so I can try this. I also need to handle the case of migrating ones that didn't support this to ones that do. So like if it doesn't have anything, then I need to set it. Okay, so if I link a new message, not that. Link a new message. It should be all split. Perfect. We look in the database. We have a new link with a message chain that has 1, 2, 3, 4 in it with the start matching up. Great. So now let's update our setting to set page breaks to false. And then let's grab this starting message and update the message like that. Hey, there we go. We look this up. The message chain has been shrunk down. Except yeah, okay. So easy fix. I just have to when I do this update, I also need to do the linked message dot message ID is equal to message ID sub 0. And then that will update everything. So that should, in theory, now work. So like if I build this now, I do have to do a migration on the DB when it runs so that I basically give all the current messages a message chain of themselves. I think I fixed the one already in here. Yeah, so I'll just play with the setting again. So like in here, I'll just change this back to 1. So this should now, when I update, it should split again. Like if I go and I copy the message ID, enter, find link, get message not found. me set this back real quick. It couldn't find the message ID. Why not? 404 not found. Unknown channel. What happened to the channel? Oh, I updated the wrong thing. So I think this is fine. Right, okay. So if I go to the guild settings and I override this real quick, and then I update message again with the message ID, not the channel ID, this should now split into, based on that page break. And there it goes, where it's all split based on the page break. And again, if I go and set this back to 0, run that same command, combines back in. Beautiful. Holy shit, I can't believe that works. Ooh. That is rough. So sad. But on the bright side, the message splitting works. So now you can fit 6,000 characters in each of these sections. I just need to do a little bit of a cleanup over here, because this is not... It's not the cleanest. Ooh, 1% wipe sucks. That's a real feels bad. My other to-dos right now. Yeah, I did that. Okay, so the only one I have to do is this one, so that you can grab the link instead of the ID. Is there anything else that I'm forgetting? Yeah, that's the last thing I have on my to-do list. I just need to make sure that everything I'm doing is above board. I actually do have test cases, which I'm very proud of. So my whole page splitting, because if you look at the markdown spec, you did read my to-dos mind. That stream delay is really coming in handy. But like, I actually wrote tests, because technically a markdown split is any 3 dashes, any greater than 3 dashes on a line on its own. So I wrote test cases to make sure that I'm splitting the stuff correctly. So proud of me. I do need to make tests for a lot of this like slash command stuff, so I can like actually make sure this stuff works. But you know, that'll happen eventually. I feel like they have a mock client somewhere. Yeah. Oh, good. I can make it play sounds. Hell yeah. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to stage instance. Stage instances, yeah. Okay. I have to figure out how to make tests for a lot of this shit. so that I can actually give it certain inputs and it'll be able to tell me like, hey, this fired correctly, this didn't, all that good stuff. But I'll have to figure that out another time. But at the very least, this stuff works. At least I'm pretty sure it works. So I can do this now. Strip Discord link message ID. Link is as a string. Pretty much. That's pretty much what I'm gonna do. Because yeah, like if I go and just copy a link, it's, yeah, channels, it's like guild channel message ID. Actually, now that I think about it, is there a option here? No, there's not. Oh well. Strings dot split. It's like Golang get last element of slice. There's like a weird index. Yeah, length -1. Return parts sub len parts -1. I should actually do some validation now that I'm thinking about it. I guess it doesn't matter. It'll say it can't find it. Because yeah, even if I put in just a normal link, like just the message ID, it should still work actually. This should work regardless. So let's try it. Actually, there's no reason this. I'm putting this in utils. And I'm putting a damn test around it. Hold on. Discord link. Tests is an array of structs where there's name, link, expected message ID, string. So if I grab a message ID, expected message ID is this. Just ID. Link is just the ID. out equals strip this with tt.link. The expected is tt.expected and out. Yeah, okay. That works as expected. I need to clean some of this up because I'm not terribly happy with this implementation. I feel like there's a lot of overlap, but I also don't want to make it too tightly bundled, so I think for now it'll be fine. Let's run some tests in the meantime. So I should be able to grab the message link. Update message with that. Yeah, and that works just fine. Hog, it works. So, I don't know. Here's the thing. I'm not a fan of doing this, but I don't know of any better way to do it. Like, a lot of it's just the Discord API takes up a lot of space. That should do it. So I should be able to the added page splitting features and message link parsing. So we'll sync that, we'll give it a little tag, and in a few minutes it should be live. Let's go. Discord file sync, that's running. And let me open up Planet Scale, because I need to run a thing on it before or after it migrates. Because like if I select everything from, actually, what am I doing? I can do it from here. Hold on. Is a MySQL. I need to get. Do I not have the Planet Scale CLI installed? CLI arts. Alright. Yeah, it's just gonna download a binary and actually it's gonna build the GoPup package. That's nice. Yeah. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. I don't know what that's about, but I guess I'm doing it on here. Ugh. Linked messages. I've got this. So once this is done, which it looks like it almost is pretty much done, if I go to my Argo CD, I should be able to go to Discord. Actually, I don't know that it's going to automatically update. Yeah. I might have to do that manually. So go into here. Oh no, it's latest. So in theory, like this is now pushed. There's now a version 005. Oh, I guess that's the one problem with this. So I have to do a rolling restart here. There it goes. So yeah, that works. So I need to update all the current linked messages to set their message chain to message ID. I need to update a bunch of SQL rows to set a column to the same value of an existing column. Yeah, that's easy. So I want to update linked messages. Is it set message chain equals message ID. So yeah, now they should all be good. So if we go to the Septian Church and we go to one of the Cold Steel 4 ones, like let's grab this one. First thing we gotta do. Oh, it'll take a minute. It's gonna take a minute for the update setting to come through. How long can it take? Discord adding global app commands time. Oh, for fuck's sake. Which can be created with that. Automatically. but it takes a minute. You're trying to command all that stuff. But it takes a while for the global ones to come through. I forget, how long does it take for... Yeah, it can take up to an hour. Yeah, no. Forward, yeah, that's fine. When you update your that to take a user instead of what it was before a role, you check to make sure that their command is in sync with what your Discord servers have. Okay. So it'll still take a minute. It can take up to an hour for that to happen. Can I do like slash update settings? No. Oh well. Let me do this. Copy server ID. I'll just manually do it. Because there are now... Yeah, the creating the table took the longest, no shit. So there's now 2 tables with guild settings. I'll just wait. Like, it works, it's fine. Alright, that's annoying. So yeah, so if I update a command, it'll be near instant, but adding a new one can take up to an hour. Oh, that's annoying. But I mean, hey. I gotta get this thing to remove stuff. I think it's because it has both the global and the guild specific one. And the guild specific ones aren't moving. I gotta I really gotta clean those up, because I think the global ones are fine. If I go into this one and I grab this, should be able to copy this / update message. Perfect. The next one is automatic updates. So yeah, that's been updated with the latest data. That's so annoying. Just let me do the things. So that's all good. So now, can I... And there it goes. I don't know what its issue was before, but it can actually do it now. I should be able to... Yeah, I can't set it on the global yet, because... Or on prod, because it's only not doing it for dev. Do I have the... No, I don't have P-Scale yet. Whenever it's done. No, while we're here, let's make some weird logos. Logo for my Discord bot that syncs markdown files with messages in a channel. Let's see what we got. Okay, I was gonna say, no shot you're not gonna generate the image. Error loading the image. Great, try again. Worse. Sure. Keep that over here while I'm waiting on this. Wow, that's so terrible. What's the new, new image AI thing? Yeah, Flux. It's supposed to be really good at generating images. What do you want? Yeah, sure. That's not what I was looking for. Not that. Yes, this one. Sure. God damn it. Create a simple logo design. Incorporates a hashtag and a loop of arrows. You know, I'm not sure what I expected. Sure. Akin to the works of Paul Rand? Really? I actually do kind of like this one. Alright. Boy. Developer. Where the fuck did all this image to blah blah blah? There it is. God damn it. Fun. What if I fully quit Discord and reopen it? Oh, Discord had an update. That's convenient. So now if I say update setting, page breaks true, set that. Great. So now let's grab this message, copy message link, / update message with this. Ah, right. So if the lines are bolded, it won't work. So hold on, let me go grab that. Like Cold Steel or Act. Oh, we shouldn't be looking at that. Let's go with like Act 2, Part 4. Act 2, Part 4. Yeah, this is one of the ones that I already updated. So like, let's grab this message link, / update message, and boom. It's a little fucky, but it'll work. Yeah, it splits. It works. We just have to go in and change the bolts. Like if you look at some of the other ones, so yeah, these bold separators, it's not going to process correctly. So it's just got to do that. Yeah, so like now, Act 2, Part 3. We do an update message. There it goes. All broken up. And then as like the separators and everything get updated, they should be able to automatically update. Here's all this stuff. All that. Tables are fun. Alright. I mean, that's all I really wanted to get done today. Seems to be working just fine. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Makes sense. Yeah. When I do like automated updates, I feel like that'll get a lot more. This will be much more valuable, but for right now, it basically doesn't matter. So yeah, and that's all I had for today. I'll probably play tomorrow because I go to the gym tomorrow and I won't have the mental capacity to program after that, so emotional damage instead. That's where the real content is. Okay.